What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Real Housewives of New York, season 15, episode 13 review. When I tell y'all, I can't even speak. I'm so annoyed and upset after watching this week's episode. I gotta read for Brynn Whitfield. I gotta read for her. If you follow me on Patreon and you watched along with me, y'all saw how pissed I was. But stay tuned for my read on Brynn and Erin. So Brynn mentions to the girls, meaning Erin and Sai, that Jessel said that this black guy she dated in the past was the love of her life. Now, coming from her, I don't believe nothing that come out this girl's mouth, because she will take something, leave something out, add something in, swirl it around, tied in a bow, untied again. Like, you can't trust nothing that comes out of Brynn's mouth, because she's a weirdo, first of all. And why would you say that? Obviously, this was a conversation that was had off camera, and then you bring it on camera for what? To try and hurt her marriage? Why would you put that type of energy out there about her and her husband? And then here go Erin and Brynn saying that Jessel and private marriage isn't schmexual. They just don't see it for them. It's more like a friendship or whatever. Maybe they are just the type of couple that doesn't enjoy PDA. I myself am one of them. I don't do PDA. It's weird to me, especially around family. I'm not going to be hugging all up on my man and kissing all up on him and sitting on his lap. Like, that's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's that. It could be their culture. They obviously love each other. They've been together for a very long time. Why do y'all keep coming for her marriage? And I don't know why or who put it in Erin's head that she and Gabe are literally like Gisele Bundchen and old boy that she was Tom Brady. Like, what kind of, have y'all looked at each other in the mirror? Thomas, because I mean, people can see that me and my husband, we're very intimate. Girl, we don't want to imagine it. We don't want to see it. We don't think it. No, absolutely not, girl. Leave that lady and her husband alone. Y'all so dang on jealous. Ugh. So then private name come up and Sai was like, F him. She was like, and it's like that for life, because last season he called her a B. So I can understand her not seeing it for private. I don't think he's apologized to her. She says, when she sees him, she ignores him. Period. Erin then tells Brynn that Jessel said the maddest she's ever been in life is at Brynn for cutting her in line when they were at a photo shoot. And Brynn then decides to bring up the fact that Jessel always got a photographer around. She had a photographer at her kid's birthday party, and she's always in glam, and she's changed so much, and she looks different. And they did a side by side from last season to this season, and there is an obvious difference. The obvious difference is that she upgraded, okay? Because Jessel came back season 2 looking great. Okay, she got her new teeth. She did something to her face. She cut her hair. She looked good. Are you mad? Are you jealous, ma'am? Because that's what it's giving. And I'm like, okay, she had a photographer at her kid's party, and everybody has photography at their parties. So what if she has a photographer taking Instagram photos? All the girls do it. Why are you so pressed? Y'all being weird. And even Sai talking about everything is a photo op. Ma'am, have you forgot what you do for a living? Is this thing on? Hello? What? Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. So then at dinner that night, Jenna decides to show the girls a pic of her vag so they can see just how long the cootie coot hairs are. Just imagining it makes me want to puke and throw up, because No, you're not about to show me that before I eat my food. Even I don't want to. Gross. You know what I imagine her vajayjay to look like with long pube hair that they said is long and stringy. For anybody that grew up like me in the 80s, you know the movie Big Trouble in Little China. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. You know the villain in the movie, the dude that was kidnapping the girls with the green eyes. And he had like that long, stringy hair or whatever, especially when he looked like an old man. That's what I imagine Jen's cootie coot to look like. Gross. Like, that's all you contributing to this season is you got long cootie coot hair. After this season, I think that it's obvious that they're going to put the show on pause because I don't think a reboot is deserved. I just think that they need to cut half of the cast and bring the OGs back. I don't know, like, don't punish everybody because of one person. These heifers just ain't doing it. They really not. No. So then Erin brings up Jessel being mad at Brynn. And Jessel was like, I wasn't mad like that. I told you in the moment, we had it out and then it was over, period. But she was like, I was annoyed and upset because you jumped in front of me, didn't even tell me, and I had to get home to my kids to feed them dinner, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, Brynn jumped her because she had to get home to her dog who she didn't want peeing in her house. My girl. I know how some of y'all feel about y'all dogs, but ma'am, really? Really? Girl. So Brynn then brings up the photographer and the glam and all of that stuff and how, Jessel has supposedly changed. And Jessel was like, so let me get this straight. I'm not supposed to have hair and makeup for my kids' party, for my party. I'm not supposed to have photographers for my parties. And how is that affecting you in your life? Make it make sense, please, because it's not making sense to me. It's given you can't afford it, so now you want to hate. Just say you ain't got the funds, baby girl. That's what I would have said to her. Don't get mad at me. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jessel from the block. Okay? Like, girl, don't be mad. Don't be mad. Get glad. So Erin was like, she was so upset. And Jessel was like, no, I wasn't, Erin. Shut the fuck up. Was like, yes, Jessel. And here go Erin. She's such a liar. She's terrified of Brynn. Girl, ain't nobody terrified of Brynn because she ate Brynn up at that table to the point where Brynn couldn't even say nothing because you look stupid and you look like you was a hater and everybody at the table was siding with Jessel. Meanwhile, Uba stomach hurt, so she just trying to get through it, but she was like, I go hard for Jessel. I'm trying to stay out of it, but if the coach got to tag me in, it's about to be like that with Brynn. So after that, Brynn says to Erin, deep down, she doesn't like you. And Uba doesn't either. Like, I'm telling you, she don't. This girl is, I don't even know the right word to describe Brynn because it's something wrong with her. There's literally something wrong with her. The fact that this grown woman likes to sit up there and start stuff with people and lie in the process. Like, I get we're on a reality show and you got to cause drama, but I have never seen somebody just blatantly lie on camera when they can easily flash back to what was really said and just start stuff with people. And it ain't like she just saying, oh, she said your hair was ugly. Like, she's saying some real crazy venomous stuff. Tell me she don't like you. She don't like you. Like, what is your goal out of this? Like, what is the big picture? What was she thinking in her head was going to happen when we, the viewers, saw this? Because I'm confused. So Erin was like, well, I don't really believe that when it come to Uba. Now, she was like, with Jessel, maybe. Jessel overhears and was like, if you got something to say, and Erin was like, we're not even talking about you. Erin is a fucking liar too. She a liar. She's a liar too. That's why her and Brynn get along so well. And Jessel was like, no, I'm just saying if you got something to say. And she told him, so shut up. How you getting mad at her when y'all sitting up here having a conversation about her and she overhears it and asks you what's good? Come on. So then Uba looks over to Jessel and was like, just stay out of it. Like, girl, she was like, you right. Here go Brynn deciding to focus on Uba now. What did you say? And Uba was like, mind your business, you guys, please. Brynn Thompson, what did you say? Uba was like, why? And she says, because you're boring me. Then this bitch turns to side and says, Uba said in the car she doesn't care if we all die. I swear this lady is stuck as a 5-year-old or something. I think her and Mimi lived in such a fairy tale land because they was broke and didn't have nothing that she literally thinks that her imagination is reality. And Sai was like, what? The producers didn't play it back. And they were in the car. And Brynn was trying to tell her to turn off the light as she was putting on her makeup. They go back and forth. And what Uba said was, the world and you can die. Not everybody. You, bitch. She then took that and spun it and she said all of us can. Then the next day, as they're at the breakfast table, the situation with Brynn is brought up. Brynn is in her room. And Uba was like, I mean, what do you want me to do at this point? Like, I have done nothing to this girl. She is the one that F's with me all the time. What would you suppose that I do? And Uba was like, I helped her when she was going through her family information. She even told y'all. I played therapist to her for 6 months. She called me crying, boo-hooing about her family issues, and it must have been something crazy that, because Uba was like, I had never heard no mess like that before in my life. And she was like, I told her, if you need a car, if you need glam or anything, because we had to go to BravoCon, she was like, I got you. So you mean to tell me this girl has lent herself to you in such a friendly, supportive way, and now you repay her by getting on camera and fucking with her? Okay. So Uba is talking, and she makes an analogy about you can't stop your mom from dying from cancer. Now, I don't know if she was specifically making that statement to Erin, like making an example, because she was trying to say, like, we can't stop the universe from universing and for things to happen. That's what she was getting at. I don't know if that was a statement about her own mom, because remember, Uba's mom is gone. So I can't remember if her mom passed away from cancer as well. But Erin immediately is triggered, and she gets up and leaves the table. And everybody was looking like, ooh, like, and I get it. Because her mom is going through, cancer and everything. And Uba immediately, without hesitation, goes in her room, hugs her, and apologizes. She apologizes. Erin is crying. I ain't see no tears. But Erin is crying and she accepts the apology. Right? But I'm going to show you how fake Erin is. Jessel says that while Brynn is sitting up here talking about how she changed and how it's all about the look and all of this stuff, she was like, this girl brought her agent to my twin's birthday party. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. And they even pointed out how she taking photographs all on the streets of New York by a photographer. Like, it's the pot calling the kettle black. It's like she just be starting stuff with people just to start it. She's the type of person that like to hear her own voice. So Brynn comes and checks on Erin in her room, and Erin tells her that what Uba said, and she was like, you know, my mom and my dad have cancer. My father's lung cancer has come back, but don't nobody know. Right? So, of course, I think that if Uba knew, she really wouldn't have made that comment. But I also think that Uba is one of those people that when she's talking and she gets very hyped, that she doesn't think before she speaks. I don't think that she be meaning no harm at all. So, Brynn says, again, that Uba wished on all of them and that she will never apologize for anything. Meanwhile, Erin's sitting up there like, she sure won't. And I'm looking at Erin like, you fake ass white bitch. I can't stand you. That bitch is a Karen. And Uba, stop fucking with that hoe, because she don't see it for you. She is not your friend, because she flip-flop. She is a flip-flopper when it comes to Uba. 1 minute, that's my bestie, I love her. And then as soon as somebody else gets to talking about her, she right along with them, agreeing. What you mean she'll never apologize? She just apologized to you. So what are you saying? And then in her confessional, Erin gonna say, you know, she just needs to watch what she say, because that was very tone deaf. I know you ain't talking about nobody needing to watch what they say, because you always sitting up here having something to say. You talk to people crazy, want to tell somebody to shut up, this, that, and the third, talking about people marriages and all of that. Like, girl, are you serious? Everybody then goes to this beach that Raquel went to as a child. And she talks about how the water is crystal blue and she loved it. They get there and it was a very nice beach. It was, you know, it was a lot of people there or whatever. And in order for them to get to their chairs and stuff, they had to cross like this little creek area in the sand. But it was, you know, muddy and stuff, because it's literally in between the sand. So Uba didn't want to get her shoes wet. So she walked around, but then realized she still had to cross over. So she leaps over and her foot actually goes into the water anyway. So she gets over there with the girls and she was like, oh my God, you guys, the water is so disgusting. It's unalive pigeon over there. And everybody was like, what? She was like, yeah, I'm telling you, don't get in the water. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. And Raquel took offense to that. And I can understand Raquel's feelings being hurt. But once again, I don't think that she was being malicious. I think that she was just simply saying, I think that Uba is just one of them people that is just dramatic, pretty much, when she speaks. And like I said, I don't think that she thinks before she speaks either. Because when you look at the beach water, the water looked good. You know what I'm saying? It was just that one area. And of course, it's going to look brown because it's right in between sand, but there was unalived birds along the sand and in that water. So I can understand her being like, that water is disgusting, because it was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So I think that she was, you know, being loud and stuff with it. But I could even see myself being like, oh my God, y'all, that water over there was nasty. I ain't getting in that water, like that was nasty. It's dick. You know, I understand Uba. I really do. And I think Uba is a genuine good person. I really honestly do. And hopefully Raquel and her, you know, can hash things out and it be that. But let me say this to Miss Brynn. Dear Brynn, you are a cunt. You are an unhappy, miserable human being. I understand that you grew up in an environment where you didn't have much and that your mother and father weren't around, and you were raised by your Mimi, and you were raised around a bunch of white people, and your only interaction with black people was when you went to the salon to get your hair done. I understand that you had a very hard life growing up and that you dealt with a lot of hurt, but that does not give you the right to go around trying to cause other people pain and hurt because you haven't dealt with your issues. It's obvious that you are very much still reeling from the things that happened to you as a little girl, because every time you get around your brother, you're in tears. Your brother seems to have dealt with things. You seem to still be stuck back at the poorhouse with Mimi. I think that it says a lot about you that you do not have a relationship with your parents still to this day. And I think that that actually bothers you and hurts you because you see everybody else around you have relationships with their family. And when holidays come, you don't have one. Yeah. I think that you're jealous of Uba because Uba is with a rich, successful, nice looking Caucasian man that loves and adores her. And you're sitting over there once again alone. Alone. You want the girls around you life. You've said it. You want Cy life. You want Erin's life. You flirt with her husband. You want what they have. And now you jealous because the only other single girl in the crew, Uba, is about to have that as well. And now you'll be the only one that doesn't have the man, the house, and the children. That's why you switched up on her. That's exactly why. I think that you have psychological problems that need to be dealt with. I think that you are a pathological liar. I think you get off on drama and toxicity. You like to stir the pot, and then when you get called out, you want to then act like a Karen and play victim. I don't think that there is an authentic bone in your body. I think that you have messed up your opportunity of being on this show with your antics and your ploys. I think that you are despicable to sit up here and lie to these women and say that this lady said that she doesn't care or wish that y'all would die. That's some sick-ish. To sit up there and lie and not say it just once. You said it twice to two different people. I hope at the reunion that Uba eats you alive, and I hope that Jessel joins in, and Cy as well. I hope that they get you and Erin, because Erin, you a shit stirrer too. And then you want to sit up there and play victim as well when you get called out. You fake. You are fake. You are so freaking fake. And I hope that Uba has realized that after watching this season. She's not your friend. She's not your friend. It's a reason why her and Brynn have become close, because they're the same person. They get off on the same stuff. But Brynn, you bitch you. You kangaroo looking ass bitch. There is something wrong with you. It really honestly is. And it's so crazy how you went from being one of the fan favorites last year to now being the most hated. You blatantly was going after Uba, antagonizing her on purpose. Like, I think that it might give her like some type of sense of power or control or something because she didn't grow up with stability or something. Like, I don't know. But like I've said, I think that she lives in an alternate universe. I think the fact that she had to imagine and, you know, play, you know, house and imagine to have all of these things, I think it really altered her look on life, where she really thinks that her imaginary world and the lies that she creates is real. I think Mimi fucked you up. Yeah. You needed to been over there with your granny, the black side of your family. Maybe you need to go and find them so they can give you a reality check, because it's obvious you living over there in Leave It to Beaver Land. And they have done you a disservice, Miss Girl. Yeah. Do I think that Uba was wrong for saying, I don't know if you got on the show from sleeping with somebody? No. Especially after everything that you have said about her, how you keep on picking at her. And obviously, it hit a nerve. It hit a nerve. It hit a nerve. Why? Is it true? How do you make money? Why is it that don't nobody know what you do for a living? Why we ain't never seen you clock in at the office? Yeah. Marinate on that. That's all I got to say. I don't understand how Uba better than me. That's all I know. Uba better, because I would have because this was mild compared to how I wanted to go in. But just know, if I was on that cast and I was on that show and I was Uba, I would have drug her around that house by that hair, child, because she the type of person that ain't never had her whooped by nobody. It's obvious. It's so obvious, because if she had, her mouth wouldn't be as reckless as it is. Yep. I'm going to give the episode an A because it got me riled up. But I don't know if I could do this. I'm glad that the season is about to be over, because I like to tussle, okay? And I unfollow Brynn as of today. I don't even know. I'm not supporting that type of behavior and ignorance. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.